and welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Steve Van Eiderstein. Thank you all for joining me again tonight as we do today's daily reading from James Allen's Daily Meditations. This will be fresh to you, fresh to me, meaning you'll get my genuine response, reactions, observations, what I relate to about the reading, as this will be my first time hearing it or reading it right here on this podcast with you. And last night's it was about truth, and it was about how truth shows up illustrated in how we live and what's in our life. And it's a good reminder to take a look at your life and see what's going on, because it'll show you where you've got to do the work. It shows you where you show up. So let's take a look at today's. That's going to be December 11th reading of James Allen's Daily Meditations. Love, all inclusive. By its very nature, love can never be the exclusive possession of any religion, sect, school, or brotherhood. The common claim, therefore, of such sections of the community to the exclusive possession of truth in their particular religious doctrine is the denial of love. Truth is a spirit and a life, and though it may manifest through manifold doctrines, it can never be confined to any one particular form of doctrine. Love is above and beyond, outside and greater than all the opinions, doctrines, and philosophies of men. Yet love includes all, the righteous and the unrighteous, the fair and the foul, the clean and the unclean. He whose love is so deep and wide as to envelop all men of all creeds is he who has most of religion and most of wisdom and also most of insight. For he knows and sees men as they are. Hatred is the absence of love, and therefore absence of all that is included in love. Wow. Nice little one-page lesson right there, isn't it? Some ego deflation, some right sizing, and some realignment with what love actually is, some clarification. A lot of things. A lot of things wrapped up in this one. Let's get to it. The first line is just 3 words. And usually when it's like that, it's a pretty powerful statement. And this goes right along with it. Love, all inclusive. Love, comma, all inclusive. It's not is, that is love. It's love, all inclusive. No if, no when, maybes, no shoulds. Is love, all inclusive. Simple, but resonates very deeply with me. By its very nature, love can never be the exclusive possession of any religion, sect, school, or brotherhood. And when you think about it, if someone was to say, and religions do, that love is all, love is everything, God is love, love is everywhere, you can't confine it to just your perspective or your creed. That would contradict your own version of love, isn't it? If love is with me, love is with him who is a different religion, or if it's a different philosophy or belief system or different socioeconomic class or race or religion. First and foremost, though, Love is one of those things that transcends boundaries of common dogma and religion. It's what the basis of so many is on, loving action. We forget that, but it is the truth. So if it's something that cannot be contained within a single religion, that means it exists outside of religion, it means it exists outside of philosophy, and it means it exists outside of perspective and opinion. It means that it just exists. And it's all inclusive. I'll say it again. Getting repetitive sounding, I'm sure, but it is all inclusive because it is in and about everything. The common claim, therefore, of such sections of community to the exclusive possession of of truth, not the truth, of truth, in their particular religious doctrine is a denial of love. It's interesting to condemn anyone else saying they are wrong, saying that it's not true, saying anything of the nature, to harbor, to hoard, or at least believe you're hoarding love, is the complete opposite of what we're supposed to be doing. Goes against everything that's being taught. Denial of love. The truth is a spirit and a life. And though it may manifest through manifold doctrines, it can never be confined to any one particular form of doctrine. It exists outside of them. And these doctrines, these religions, these dogmas, these philosophies are just different paths to find it. Truth is a spirit and a life, and though it may manifest through manifold doctrines, it can never be confined to any one particular form of doctrine. You can't put these walls up around it. You just can't. It transcends all, everything. Love is above and beyond. Yep. Outside and greater than outside and greater than all opinions, doctrines, and philosophies of men. It's existed before, it will exist after, it will always exist. It will always be there to be discovered because it is the eternal, it is the everlasting, it is the always there. It is now. Yet love includes all, the righteous and the unrighteous. This I like this list because we can get a little bit self-righteous and we start to discount people, right? Belittle people, um, minimize their impact, minimize their worth, even. So, to love includes all, the righteous and the unrighteous, the fair and the foul, the clean and the unclean. And thank God it did because I wouldn't be here. I was the unrighteous, the foul, and the unclean. But through finding this life and walking this path, I've become a changed man. I've been offered an opportunity for another life. That's incredible. It's when you think about it, it's being given the miracle of a rebirth almost. It's just blows my mind, really. He whose love is so deep and wide as to envelop all men of all creeds is he who has most of religion and most of wisdom and also most of insight. For he knows and sees men as they are. He knows and sees men as they are. Someone who pours that love inside of themselves out to another, regardless of race, creed, sexuality, orientation, whatever it is someone that's found most of truth, most of love, most of wisdom, most of insight, most of religion, the thing that so many seek, the thing that so many wish to achieve and accomplish. It's available for all. It's available for those willing to change perspective. There has to be the willingness, though, to change. Now, it wraps up with this: hatred is the absence of love, and therefore, a absence of all that is included in love. So, there is no love when someone is hating. When it's the emotion of love gets turned into this negative ball because of someone's selfishness and self-centeredness, right? All that energy gets taken and put into self, which then creates horrid results most times. But just as though the darkness in the night only comes when there's absence of light, this can be corrected. Hatred can be brought back to love if the person's willing to see things different. And not everyone is, unfortunately. Some people are quite committed to their own prisons. Some people are quite committed to their own opinions and quite committed to their own desires, to their own demise, usually. Hatred is just the absence of love and truth. I agree. So, all right. Well, there we go. That's December 11th. Thank you, everyone, for jumping on and listening and sharing and everything else that everyone's been doing. And I will be working out that poll for what you guys get some input on what you guys might want to hear. Going forward, I've got a couple options, maybe some new uh, media styles, maybe some videos, maybe reviewing a book, maybe doing some morning and evening meditations in a day. You don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'll probably put that up in a poll just to get some feedback from y'all, and we'll kind of go from there. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So until next time, thanks.